Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today, we will explore the questionnaire method in psychology, a widely used tool for collecting data on a variety of psychological constructs. This method allows researchers to gather information efficiently from large samples, making it an essential technique in both academic and applied research. Let's delve into its definition, history, types, construction, administration, advantages, limitations, and examples. Definition and history. A questionnaire is a research instrument consisting of a series of questions designed to gather information from respondents. Questionnaires can be administered in various ways, including in person, by mail, over the phone, or online. They are used to collect data on attitudes, opinions, behaviors, and other psychological variables. The history of the questionnaire method dates back to the early 20th century, with significant contributions from social scientists like Charles Booth and Carl Pearson, who used surveys to collect data on social issues. In psychology, the method gained popularity with the development of standardized questionnaires for measuring constructs such as intelligence, personality, and mental health. Types of questionnaires. 1. Structured questionnaires consist of closed-ended questions with predefined response options. Example, multiple choice questions, Likert scales. 2. Unstructured questionnaires consist of open-ended questions that allow respondents to answer in their own words. Example, essay-type questions, free response items. 3. Mixed questionnaires combine both closed-ended and open-ended questions. Example, a survey with multiple choice questions followed by an open-ended question for additional comments. Construction of questionnaires. 1. Defining objectives. Clearly define the purpose of the questionnaire and the information you aim to collect. Example, a questionnaire designed to assess job satisfaction among employees. 2. Designing questions. Clarity and simplicity. Ensure questions are clear and easy to understand. Relevance. Questions should be directly related to the research objectives. Avoid bias. Formulate questions to avoid leading or loaded language. Example, how satisfied are you with your current job? Rather than, don't you think your job is great? 3. Types of questions. Closed-ended questions provide specific response options. Example, yes, no, multiple choice. Open-ended questions allow respondents to answer freely. Likert scale questions measure attitudes or opinions on a scale. Example, strongly agree to strongly disagree. Example, on a scale of 1 to 5, how satisfied are you with your work-life balance? 4. Pretesting. Pilot the questionnaire with a small sample to identify any issues with question clarity or format. Example, conducting a pilot study with a subset of employees before distributing the final job satisfaction survey. Administration of questionnaires. 1. Self-administered. Respondents complete the questionnaire on their own, either on paper or electronically. Example, online surveys distributed via email. 2. Interviewer administered. An interviewer asks the questions and records the responses. Example, face-to-face or telephone interviews. 3. Group administered. Administered to a group of respondents simultaneously. Example, distributing questionnaires to students in a classroom. Advantages of questionnaires. 1. Cost-effective. Relatively inexpensive to administer, especially with large samples. Example, online surveys have minimal costs compared to in-person interviews. 2. Time efficient. Can collect data from many respondents quickly. Example, distributing an online survey to thousands of participants in a matter of minutes. 3. Standardization. provides uniform questions and response options, enhancing comparability. Example, using standardized questionnaires in cross-cultural research. 4. Anonymity. Respondents may feel more comfortable providing honest answers. Example, an anonymous survey on sensitive topics like mental health. 5. Data analysis. Facilitates quantitative analysis through statistical methods. Example, analyzing Likert scale responses to determine trends in job satisfaction. Limitations of questionnaires. 1. Response bias. Respondents may provide socially desirable answers rather than truthful ones. Example, overreporting positive behaviors or attitudes. 2. Limited depth. Closed-ended questions may not capture the full complexity of respondents' thoughts. Example, a multiple-choice question may not reflect the nuances of individual experiences. 3. Misinterpretation. Respondents may misunderstand questions, leading to inaccurate responses. Example, ambiguous wording causing confusion. 4. Low response rates. Self-administered questionnaires, especially online, may suffer from low response rates. Example, only a small percentage of recipients completing an email survey. 5. No clarification. In self-administered questionnaires, respondents cannot seek clarification on unclear questions. Example, misinterpretation of a complex question without the opportunity to ask for help. Examples of questionnaire use in psychology. 1. Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, MMPI. A widely used standardized psychometric test of adult personality and psychopathology. Example, assessing personality traits and diagnosing mental health disorders. 2. Beck Depression Inventory, BDI. A 21-question multiple-choice self-report inventory for measuring the severity of depression. Example, screening for depression in clinical and research settings. 3. Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale. A 10-item scale that measures global self-worth by assessing both positive and negative feelings about the self. Example, evaluating self-esteem levels in adolescents. Conclusion. The questionnaire method is a versatile and efficient tool for collecting data in psychology. It allows researchers to gather information from large samples, standardize data collection, and conduct quantitative analysis. However, it also has limitations, such as potential response bias and the inability to capture complex behaviors fully. Understanding these strengths and weaknesses is crucial for effectively designing and administering questionnaires in psychological research. Thank you for your attention. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/iscompanion.